Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today my team and I will be presenting Verafy real-time multimodal AI authentication for digital media integrity. Before we get started, here are the list of group members and supervisor. First we have Muhammad Rahimi bin Shahman, Airil Shakir, Muhammad Ikmal Shakimi bin Ibrahim, Sheikh Akmal Daniel bin Sheikh Arman, and lastly, we have me, Razik Rahimi bin Sufyan. For the supervisor, we have Madam Technologist Mulyana binti Mohsin, alias Miss Ron. In the modern digital era, AI-generated content has fundamentally transformed how information is consumed and shared online. However, the rise of sophisticated deepfakes, fake videos, and text has enabled widespread scams and severely compromised public trust. To address this, Verafy provides a specialized multimodal dashboard designed to authenticate digital content and combat misinformation. The project follows 3 out of 7 phases of website development life cycle, progressing from understanding user need until designing phase. This comprehensive scanning process effectively identifies manipulated content in real time. Consequently, Verify mitigates cybersecurity risks, protects users from fraud, and restores essential digital transparency for all citizens. Here is the copyright application. We have supervisor and 5 of the group members. Verafy is a high-end SaaS platform and AI authentication system designed to restore digital integrity in an area of synthetic deception. It acts as a sophisticated shield against deepfakes, manipulated imagery, and fabricated text. Users can access a centralized dashboard to authenticate video, image, and textual content in real time. To make this process transparent, Verify rejects the traditional black box approach. It detects video glitches using convolutional neural networks (CNN) and long short-term memory (LSTM) models, scans images for pixels and metadata tampering, and uses BERT natural language processing to cross-reference text against verified news databases. This allows the platform to provide the original verifiable source rather than an arbitrary score. The platform utilizes a minimalist design to reduce the cognitive load of complex cybersecurity data. The interface features a clean navy blue and off-white palette with cyan and emerald glows to indicate processing states. Through glass morphism effects and isometric 3D mockups, user can intuitively see how the AI analyzes their media while a clutter-free layout keeps the focus on scanning. By combining real-time detection with a trustworthy high-tech edge, Verify helps people navigate the internet safely and raises awareness about digital manipulation. It empowers users with essential media literacy tools to combat misinformation. The project also supports sustainable development goals. The specific goal involved in our project is SDG 16, which is peace, justice, and strong institution. The rapid enhancement of generative AI has democratized content creation, whether on social media, education literature, and others. It has simultaneously facilitated the mass production of synthetic media, including deepfakes, image manipulation, as well as fabricated text. As a result, some malicious actors tend to exploit these technologies to execute highly advanced digital scams and spread misinformation, resulting in severe eroding public trust in digital platforms. While there is fragmented detection tools exist, they are often able to tell the authenticity score without verifiable evidence and rarely handle multiple media formats simultaneously. Therefore, there is a critical need for a centralized multimodal verification system that not only detects cross-platform media but also to empower users with verifiable original source to combat digital fraud and restore information integrity.
Now we move on to the objective. For the first one, to build a smart media scanner. It was to create a system that scans both photo and video to quickly spot AI generated fake or alteration. Second, to create easy to use dashboard. To design a clean, dark theme screen that track real-time cyber threat. and clearly show user exactly where a file was manipulated. For the third one is to fact check automation and report. Use AI to instantly check text claim against trusted news sources and automatically generate official PDF report on the finding.
To develop a Verify, we follow the web development lifecycle, which provides a step-by-step process for building a web application. The WDLC consists of 6 phases: planning, design, develop, testing, deploy, and maintenance. The first phase requires analysis and planning. In this phase, we identify the main goal of Verify, which is to detect fake media and improve digital trust. We also selected the technologies needed, such as CNN and NLP. The second phase is design and prototyping. We created a wireframe and prototype to plan the user interface, including the landing page and dashboard. Next is development phase. During this stage, the system was built and important features such as user login, media scanning, and AI explanation were developed. The fourth phase is testing. The platform was tested to make sure all features work properly, the detection results were accurate, and user data remained secure. After successful testing, the system was deployed to a cloud server. This allows users to access, verify online, and upload media files for scanning. The final phase is maintenance. The system is regularly updated and improved to keep the AI model effective and to handle new digital threats. Our project supports SDG 4 by improving media literacy and digital education. Verify help user verify whether online content is real or AI generated, while also explaining the result clearly. This helps users think critically and understand how to evaluate information instead of trusting it blindly. We also recommend integrating media literacy into education system and setting standards for transparent verification tools. Overall, this improves digital learning and help build more informed users. For SDG 16, our project helped reduce misinformation, scam, and digital manipulation. Verify provide real-time content verification to protect users and increase trust in online information. This supports safer digital communication and stronger public trust. It also highlights the need for better regulation, secure AI system, and public awareness about verifying information before sharing. In short, Verify help create a more transparent, safe, and trustworthy digital environment.
So our first literature review is the detecting defects via self-blended image. So this is a study that has been made by Shiohara and Yamasaki on 2022. So the concept is that AI can be trained to detect deepfake, learning from self-blended image that mimic the unnatural edges, mismatch skin tone, as well as the texture error that are happening of AI face forms. So to move on deeper, so uh, the core problem with detecting defects is that malicious tools are constantly evolving. So if you train a detector based on the existing defects, it will likely fail after a brand new defect generator is released. So to solve this, these two researchers introduced a training method called self-blended image or SBI. So they use to train this AI by blending a real face photos together, and this works because when you blend two real face, the resulting image has the exact same result as a visual mistake that FS tools make. Specifically, there are unnatural edges, mismatched skin tones, and subtle texture error. So why do this? Because on verified applications, this approach supports verified image integrity engines, allowing it to identify manipulation at the pixel level and highlight the exact suspicious region of the images. So instead of giving our user the fake pass or first score, like a traditional web box approach, so Verify use the SPI methodology to highlight specific region of semantic image that shows signs of manipulations.
So for the second literature review, which is time-based motion analysis for video forgery, this is a study by Heliasos et al. 2022. The key concept of this is to analyze the natural movement of speaker mouth and lips over time is a highly reliable way to detect fake videos even when they are compressed for social media. So what we apply in Verify is this validates the video authentication engine strategy of tracking temporal, facial, and motion patterns across multiple frames rather than analyzing single frozen frames.
For the number 3 literature review for the multimodal detection is the study from the Shaw et al. 2023. In the key concept is detection often involve pairing real image with fabricated text. AI is significantly more effective when it checks if the image and text actually match each other simultaneously. For the Verafy application, this directly validates Verafy core multimodal design, proving that processing video, image, and text together provide a much more complete and reliable authenticity score.
This study by Chita et al. 2024 compared different AI models using over 185,000 images to distinguish AI-generated art from human-created art. The result shows that CNN achieved the highest accuracy of 92.69%. For Verify, these findings support our choice of using CNN as the main visual detection model. CNN is effective at identifying subtle visual pattern and unnatural texture, making it well suited for detecting AI-generated image accurately.
Next, for our literature review, which is detecting humanized AI text. In our literature review, we came across a fascinating 2025 study by Sharim Bayef and others that tackles a growing problem in AI text detection. What happens when someone deliberately alters AI generated content to slip past basic detectors? They call this humanized AI text. It involves introducing subtle errors and rewarding the full simple detection system. To counter this, the researcher used an advanced transformer model called Berta, which doesn't just scan for surface level patterns but instead builds a deep contextual understanding of how language flows and meaning is constructed, achieving an impressive 96.93% accuracy rate in catching this disguised text. For for Verify, this finding is directly actionable. It tells us that our NLP text verification model needs to go beyond keyword matching and invest in that same kind of deep contextual analysis if we want to reliably catch sophisticated textual manipulation.
So these are verified IT infrastructure architecture diagram. So on the left side, you can see that there is two layer, which is the first one user access, and then bottom one the services. So these two act as our front door, the user access and the service layer. When user upload an image or an video or text, via the phone computer immediately hit our security parameter before reaching our core. So this request pass through the web application firewall and then the CDN and lastly a load balancer to distribute the traffic evenly. So they ensure that our system never crash or even during traffic spikes. And then on the middle we have uh, the ingestion and hashing file on the core. So this safely pass through. Once the safely once the file is safely passed through, it enter the ingestion and hashing layer because we allow up to 500 megabytes file. So we have to be smart about processing as soon as file arrive. The system assign a fingerprint using SSH 56 hashing. Why we do this? Is because that it allow the system to check an in-memory cache like Redis if someone has already uploaded the same exact file. So Verify skip the processing and retrieve it, retrieve the information instantly. If it's a new file, it is delegated into asynchronous message queue using available tool like RBMQ or Celery. So they split the workload into separate dedicated queue for video, image, and text. So this background is crucial to ensure that user interface is responsive without freezing or timing out. And then we have the AI analysis hub. So this the message broker push the file into specialized neural network for video using CNN and bidirectional LSTM. For image, dedicated CNN and text using NLP and BERT. On the top right side, we have the left track feed or CISA cybersecurity feed. So the AI is while the AI is processing the images, So the parallel process happening, the Verify also constantly pull real-time information from authorized source like CSA in this case to stay updated on emerging deepfake vectors or any available AI generated content they are available. So to bring on to the lastly, there is all this data flow into the verification layer. So Verify take the AI findings and the data to calculate the authenticity score. So true to our transparency goal. So there's no black box happening here. System map the coordinate on the image where the manipulation is happening, as well as giving the user a downloadable uh, audit report. So this provide user with unalterable chain of digital evidence. So this is how Verify turn into highly complex multimodal analysis into a fast and secure user experience.
Have you ever questioned if a viral video or image is actually real? Welcome to the Verify dashboard. Drop any media file here to replace black box speculation with absolute visual proof.
So here are Verify dashboard. So you can see here, we can just drag and drop and choose the file of any media that you want to check whether it is AI generated or not. As we can see here, I just drag and drop this image into the dashboard and the preview will be shown. On the bottom, we can click the multimodal scan and scan will be, after that, the scan will give an analysis of whether it is AI generated or not. And then these are the details. On the bottom, we have the detected anomalies as well as what it is flagged as AI generated. On the bottom, we have the original source evidence. On here, we can see where the image is manipulated as well as where it is referred from. Not only that, we also have a scan history, which shows the previous scan history that have been made. We have a fact check log as well as sensitivity feed, which act as news of new AI threats that are available.
So let's view our project timeline chart for Verify. So for first phase, we had identification gathering that start from March and continue until April of second week. And then we have the second phase, which is design phase, starting from week 3 of April until the week 4 of April. And then the third phase, we have this development phase, which start from week 1 of May until the 4th week of May. And then moving on to the prototype phase that start on week 1 of June until the week 4 of June. And lastly, the report and documentation phase that start on week 1 of July and end up until the week 4 of July.
Next is our commercial value. Verify technology isn't just a product, it's a platform with three clear paths to revenue, each targeting a market that actively bleeding from misinformation and synthetic media. First, media and journalism. Newsroom risk fatal brain damage the moment a doctor file makes it to air. We offer a B2B SaaS dashboard built for newsrooms, supporting file verification up to 500 megabyte with scalable subscription tied to a seat count and upload volume. Second, corporate cybersecurity. Deepfake, voice cloning, and spear phishing attacks on executives are surging. Verify plugs directly into existing security stack, giving partners real-time threat intelligence to protect enterprise and networks and financial systems. No rip and replace required. Third, legal and insurance. Law firms, insurers, and compliance bodies need court defensible proof that documents haven't been altered. Verify generates premium forensic audit report, tracking telemetry logs, error matrices, and coordinate anomalies, monetized through pay per scan and dedicated compliance tiers. Next, benefit to community and industry. Verify impact extend beyond commercial returns on both sides of this slide, community and industry. Resolving a shared crisis, the collapse of trust in digital content. For everyday digital media consumers, deepfakes and manipulated audio are a daily threat to identity, finance, and the public truth. Verify acts as a technical barrier, catching pixel-level changes before harm occurs. For social media users, we detect facial wrapping and multi-format anomalies at high throughput, keeping public feeds authentic. On the industry side, newsrooms are drowning in anonymous tip and visual leak. Our split-stage dashboard analyzes multi-format upload up to 500 megabytes using spatial and temporal engines, preventing the accidental broadcast of misinformation and protecting long-term journalistic credibility. And for cybersecurity, firms facing a surge in AI-driven voice cloning, Verify use automated scrapers to build a live cybersecurity threat feed, streaming new attack profiles directly into client perimeters to protect executive communication in real time. This is how we protect people and industry simultaneously.
In conclusion, Verify is smart and user-friendly tool that fight fake news by scanning text, image and video all at once. Instead of hiding how it works, it points out exactly where a file has been changed and connect to live global threat database. Ultimately, everything is built so anyone can use it easily and efficiently.